Today's video is a new best settings video covering controller and graphics for the new Ranked Play Season 5 with a gameplay at the end. It was a crazy game. I dropped 38 kills and a Hydro hardpoint, but unfortunately didn't quite get the win. But here we go straight in with the controller settings. So as you can see, controller my input. So my button layout is default. The reason I use default is I have back paddles on the back of my controller, one for jump and one for crouch and prone. Other than that, my fingers are on the controller for any other buttons that I need. I don't change anything here. I don't play flipped. Bumper ping off, stick layout default, controller vibration off. Now having this on will hinder you so much. Controlling recoil while your controller is vibrating is probably the worst thing imaginable. I recommend keeping this off. Do not have this on whatsoever. Trigger effect off as I have a PS5 controller. So we go into the sense. A lot of people have asked me in my comments and stuff like that, what sense do I run? I run 6.6 0.75 for the ADS. So I run 6.6 because I feel it is the sweet spot. You're still able to turn on people, drop shot, flick, all that fancy stuff. I use 6.6 because the pros do. Obviously, I don't think I'm a pro, but if they're going to be using that as a professional player, it's definitely got to be the best, or at least one of the best sensitivities to use in a sense. So that's why I run 6.6. 0.75 for the ADS sensitivity multiplier is personal preference. I run 0.75 as I feel that is a sweet spot for me in controlling the recoil, tracking, that sort of stuff. So that's what I run. Obviously you just got your normal stuff here. So automatic tac sprint. You can run automatic sprint if you wanted to. The only benefit you really get from this is your gun's not all the way up in the air. So you engage in gunfights a lot quicker than if you was running auto tac sprint. But the only thing is you won't move as quick. So if you're a person like me who likes to fly about the map and move really fast, I'd keep auto tac sprint on. This is just your normal stuff. So into the advanced. Aim assist on, of course. I'm a controller player. I'm not going to hinder myself. I'm going to use this. So aim assist type default. Don't use Black Ops. The meta did used to be Black Ops until they nerfed it. It's not that good anymore. Everyone's gone back to default. Aim response curve time. Now I run dynamic, but I have heard that in season 5, weirdly so late in the game, they're changing things. Apparently standard is also a viable option. I've personally tried it, not a fan as I've been using dynamic for the past 5 seasons. But if you want to give it a try, go ahead, practice on bots, that type of thing. Obviously transition timing, instant, of course. Next is input dead zone. So the left stick minimum, people do say to put this on the lowest that you can. I personally feel that 5 is the best for me. 1's a bit too responsive. I feel like 0.05 is the perfect, pinpoint for my left stick. Right stick is 0.07. Now this is all personal to your controller. The best way to find out your dead zone is to go into either the firing range or shoot some bots and put this all the way down to 0. And then you ADS and then you basically up it by 1 interval each time until it stops moving. That's how you find out your dead zone, as you have no more stick drift when you reach that pinpoint. My left stick max 0.85, for the strafe speed. It's really good. Pinpoint this one. 0.85 works perfect for me. The right stick max, I have seen people run lower, but I just feel 1's too much. I knocked it down 5 and it feels amazing. So my left and right trigger, slightly. I don't run them on 0.0 just because that's too sensitive. One little, flick and they just start letting off shots. I don't want to alert enemies if it's a search game or something. This is 0.01 on those. All this stuff. Gyro, you don't really need to pay attention to this except for this one. So the sensitivity scaling, if it's on, basically it will match up to your ADS. If it's off, it will match up to your stick. So instead of your 0.75, which is what I've got it on for, if it's off, it will match up to your stick sensitivity, not your ADS multiplier combined, if that makes sense. I'm just going to scroll through these and you can pause. So tactical sprint behavior. I don't use anything other than single tap run. I just feel it's the best. It's what I like to use if I'm running. I just click it, start sprinting type thing. All this stuff off. Inverted. This needs to be inverted. Please use it. As diving has kind of become the meta movement now. You know, sliding was terrible before the update. It's not that great now, whereas if you dive, you're more likely to dodge bullets if someone's firing at you. Sprinting door bash, of course. ADS sticks. Well, all this is just kind of basic. This don't really matter as you can't mount in ranked anyway, so I've just left it as is. So that's that. Next is the graphics. I run full screen borderless. People do say full screen exclusive does give you less input delay, but I don't really feel input delay between the two, if that makes sense. Obviously it's very minimal, but you know, I do stream as well, so it's good to tab out, keep my game up, that type of thing. So I have a 3070, 1920 by 1080p. Dynamic resolution, I keep this on. So VSync, both of these have to come off. VSync absolutely chalk your input delay. It is horrible. I always recommend that if your monitor has HDR, you take it off. Anything VSync related, take it off, as it will improve your gameplay and the response time from all your parts working together to give you the best graphics possible. Eco mode, I keep it on minimal. I don't have it off just because I feel minimal is not. If it's minimal, it's not really going to do much. Next, my brightness, I run that on 55. I do have NVIDIA filters also. So quality, I have it on custom because obviously I run it as 100 on my render res. I run fidelity cast, which is basically sharpen. It makes your images a lot more sharper. I feel like this makes shadows look better as well. And I'll show you another setting which I've got as I go through this as to why it does that. So I've got 60 on that, so 60 sharpen. I run the film at SMA2 times X, and alias in low, video memory scale high. On 90, I run this because I have a powerful system, it can handle it. Texture res, I run low because, you know, it's not really, all you're really seeing is 3D bricks, whereas not being funny, it's a very fast paced game, so you're kind of flying about, dying type thing. No one cares how pretty the wall looks. Run low on this as it doesn't, you know, I'm not really going to be looking at the floor that much, don't bother me. Low for nearby level of detail, just because most of the ranked maps are pretty small anyway. You don't need to see things in the distance, like this isn't Warzone. So distance level of detail, I run this high because if someone's up a hill on a head glitch or whatnot, if it's low, it's just gonna look like a box, you know. So I run this high so I can easily see like the outline or the shadow of a head. Particle quality low. This doesn't really affect your FPS, to be honest. I'm just gonna put this on high. It's very, very low impact. Particle quality low. So bullets I have off, even though it doesn't really affect. You can have them on, but I just feel they're a bit distracting, so I keep them off. Shader quality low. Tessellation off, as you know, it's just kind of like the bricks. All this stuff. So this here, spot shadow quality. The reason I run this on high is in games like Search. You know, it's a ratty game mode. If I'm just chilling and stuff like that, I'm gonna wanna be looking out for shadows, as they give out more information than footsteps. As you know, people just like to sit there, crouch walk. Shadows give away a lot of information, probably more than you know. So try and look out for shadows and stuff in the future. All this stuff on low, off. All this stuff is off. Film grain 0. Trust me. Film grain 0.00 is the best it can be. Save that. So on my view, I run 105 FOV and I play affected. As you can see, the image on the right is affected, and the one on the left is independent. Now, if you run independent, it's basically like going back to console. It's like going back to your 80 FOV. Whereas affected, it ADSs to the level of your FOV, so it gives you a lot less visual recoil. So you're able to hit your shots a lot cleaner, so you're not shaking the gun all about the place. So my weapon field of view is wide. Now, people run this in ranked. People like to switch between this, default, narrow. I would say wide, as it gives you less visual recoil. The reason being, if it's narrow, obviously the gun looks bigger. If you're shooting, it bounces. It will look like your whole screen's bouncing. It will look like you can't control the gun, but you can. That's right. That's why I run wide. This don't really matter at all, neither does this. This one does. So first person camera movement, have it on least. The higher it is, the more blurry, the more blurry the map will look, the screen, people, whatnot. Least 50%. Other than that, that is it. If you enjoyed the video and if you try any of these settings and they help, be sure to drop a like and subscribe. I really appreciate it. Nearly on the road to 200 subscribers. Peace.
A water side. Is there is water?
2. Just on.
Bro, and behind us on top. Behind us on top. Yeah, top. In now, into behind the.
Nice. Right, I'm getting side rock.
Bro, at the backside rock, they're spawning side rock.
Yeah, back door.
Yeah, got one. Two, one more. One more, two more. One more.
I spawn out,
Come on.
behind you.
Oh, you're front of one. That's it.
Watch out broken, Eddie, watch out broken.
Two dead.
Yeah, no.
Three dead.
One on new. Come new.
Stop.
Yeah.
Eddie, stop. Yeah, he's there. Me. Pushing you, Eddie.
Yep.
Oh, point B.
Dead, I got him.
Mid dead.
P1.
Hold that, I'm going broken. Hold that. Where's last?
No, top hill.
Naded. I'm
Nice,
weak.
back
Oh, me. Pushing broken.
Yes, I know.
One mid.
One broken, one mid. Down that hill.
Two. One more. P1.
Up top, down low.
I can help you. I can help you.
Down low.
Slammed. One shot down low.
Corner, front door.
Grab on door.
We need to break it.
No, one shot.
Bro, subs need to go big in this one. There's not really much I can do here.
Got him. Oh, front! For fuck's sake! He's in the front.
He's in the water. One's in the water. Water.
Window.
Fuck, get good rock, Ooch. Get good rock now.
Yeah, I'm going.
I'll get time.
Circle mid. There's a guy watching that already. Watching the circle.
He's going new.
Two there.
Yeah, he's going new. Someone's got to hold that. Someone has to hold that. Yeah, Slash, just stay there.
Spawn's dead.
You got a trophy as well. I spawned behind him.
Oh, he got me from that rock, from mid. He just knew. Oh,
In the shed, laying down. Don't chal him. Hold positions. He's on new.
One shot
Broken.
back, man.
On your left, Ooch.
These kids are so sketchy, man.
Stairs, little stairs.
Oh, one's here. No. Going inside door. Get him.
dead.
You got a Prezi here, Eddie, as well, if you need it.
I know. Right, we need to lock this down. Someone needs to go top down.
I'm watching top them.
Broken. I think broken.
1 minute remaining.
Give me the. Yes, it.
Weak, so broken.
Top them, one shot, top them. Water,
He chowed me hill!
Water,
He chowed me hill! Why is someone not top fucking dome? I'm gonna have to Prezi this.
Yeah, you have to.
Prezi, do not chow.
I just went. Oh, okay. Be free. Or B4.
No, back rock! He's at the back door! Come in your back door!
Me, miss.
You need a child where you can sit there. You don't need a child.
The mister there's.
You need a child.
Do it.
Great shot. Get top.
No, he's at the front on the bench.
One on you.
Right, go new. We just need to go
Oh,
new.
we're fucked. We can't get there in time. Yeah, it's done, man. Little room.
Me, man. That guy's going to fucking man.
Oh my god, fuck, stairs. On the stairs. Top.
Down low.
Oh, behind us. One down.
Don't peek. Do not peek.
I'm not picking, I'm getting naded.
Oh, I'm talking to everyone, bro.
Hit that, man. Hit that. Go.
Stand on point.
Pipes, one shot. Oh, fuck.
Pipes, for fuck's sake, I gotta run away.
We're gonna have Chelly, you're gonna have to just throw yourself in there.
Go, 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 go in, go in.
Just lose. They're not even good, man.
Man, they were bad. This fucking evil dude. This one. I don't know.